The swirling galaxy above me was a breathtaking mosaic of starlight and cosmic dust, a mesmerizing reminder of how vast and mysterious the universe truly was. I had ventured deep into an uncharted region of the cosmos, far from Earth, aboard my small but resilient spaceship, the Astrea. Equipped with limited supplies and an insatiable curiosity, I was chasing the faint signal of an unknown origin, a cryptic beacon that seemed to beckon explorers into the void. Days of solitude and silence in the cold vacuum of space had begun to blur together. Just as the monotony threatened to consume me, my sensors picked up a blip on the radar. It was faint but unmistakable, a habitable planet, orbiting a dying star. I felt a shiver of excitement and unease. Such a discovery was rare, and the allure of the unknown proved irresistible. As I descended through the planet's atmosphere, the view outside my cockpit was otherworldly. The sky was a deep shade of indigo, streaked with ribbons of emerald and gold auroras that danced like ethereal spirits. Jagged mountain ranges and sprawling forests stretched across the landscape, interrupted by glimmering lakes that reflected the celestial light. I landed the Astrea in a meadow surrounded by towering, crystalline trees. Their branches shimmered as though encrusted with diamonds, casting prismatic hues across the ground. Stepping out of my ship, I felt the air, cool, crisp, and strangely invigorating. My suit's sensors confirmed it was breathable, and I removed my helmet, allowing the alien breeze to brush against my face. It was then that I saw her. Emerging from the shadows of the forest, she walked with an unearthly grace. Her form was humanoid but distinctly alien. Her skin shimmered like liquid silver, reflecting the ambient light, and her large, luminescent eyes seemed to hold the secrets of 1,000 stars. A cascade of hair, resembling strands of glowing stardust, flowed down her back. She wore a gown woven from a fabric that appeared to shift and ripple like water under moonlight. I froze, unsure whether to greet her or retreat. She raised a slender hand, palm outward, in what seemed to be a gesture of peace. Her voice reached me not through sound but through my mind, a melodic and soothing tone that transcended language. "Welcome, traveler. You have come far," she said. "My name is Elaria. You are safe here." I hesitated, then nodded. "I'm an explorer," I replied, speaking aloud. "From a planet called Earth. My name is Adrian." She tilted her head, her eyes narrowing with curiosity. "Earth. A name I have not heard in many cycles. Come, Adrian. You must be weary. Allow me to offer you rest and nourishment." Her invitation was both disarming and compelling. Against my better judgment, I followed her through the forest, marveling at the bioluminescent flora that seemed to pulse with life. Strange creatures, resembling a fusion of terrestrial and aquatic species, scurried or floated around us, their eyes gleaming with intelligence. Elaria led me to a structure nestled in a clearing. It was unlike anything I had ever seen. The building appeared to grow organically from the ground, its walls made of the same crystalline material as the trees. Light flowed through it, creating shifting patterns that seemed almost alive. Inside, the air was warm and fragrant, filled with the aroma of something sweet and floral. She gestured for me to sit on a cushion-like structure that molded itself to my form. A table rose from the floor, and an assortment of food materialized, orbs of vibrant colors, steaming liquids in transparent vessels, and fruits that glowed faintly. Though skeptical, I sampled the offerings. Each bite was a revelation, a symphony of flavors unlike anything on Earth. Elaria watched me with a serene smile. "Tell me of your journey," she said. I recounted my tale, from my launch from Earth to my discovery of her planet. She listened intently, her expression a mixture of wonder and melancholy. When I finished, she rose and extended her hand. "Come. There is something I wish to show you." She led me to a chamber that resembled an observatory. The ceiling was a dome of translucent crystal, offering an unobstructed view of the cosmos. At the center of the room stood a pedestal, upon which rested a spherical object that pulsed with an inner light. This is the core of memory, Elaria explained. It contains the history of my people. Curiosity overcame my caution. Your people. Where are they? Her gaze turned sorrowful. Gone. Long ago. I am the last. A wave of sympathy washed over me. I'm sorry. She placed a hand on the sphere, and the room was filled with a cascade of images and sounds. I saw her people, a civilization of unparalleled beauty and intellect. They were artists, scholars, and explorers, their lives intertwined with the natural world. But their brilliance attracted the attention of a malevolent force, a dark entity that consumed and corrupted. They fought valiantly but were ultimately overwhelmed. Ilaria's voice trembled as she spoke. I was chosen to safeguard our legacy, to preserve what remains of us. But the weight of solitude is heavy. Your arrival is a gift I did not dare to hope for. Her words stirred something within me. I felt a connection to her, a shared yearning for understanding and companionship. As days turned into weeks, I learned more about her world and her people, and she learned about mine. Together, we explored the planet, uncovering its secrets and marveling at its wonders. But beneath the surface of our growing bond lay a shadow of doubt. There were moments when Ilaria's demeanor shifted, a fleeting coldness in her gaze, a cryptic remark that hinted at hidden truths. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to her story than she had revealed. One night, as we gazed at the stars from the observatory, I finally confronted her. Elaria, why did you invite me here? What do you truly want? Her expression darkened, and for a moment, I feared I had made a grave mistake. But then she sighed, her shoulders slumping. You deserve the truth, Adrian. The beacon that brought you here was not an accident. I sent it, hoping to find someone like you. She hesitated, as if struggling with her words. The entity that destroyed my people still lingers. It is dormant but not defeated. I have kept it contained, but my strength wanes. I need your help to ensure it does not escape. The revelation was staggering. I felt a surge of fear and responsibility. What must I do? Her luminous eyes locked onto mine. Together, we can seal it away forever. But the process is dangerous. It will test the limits of your courage and resolve. Despite the uncertainty, I knew I couldn't abandon her. The fate of her world, and perhaps the galaxy, depended on our success. Taking her hand, I nodded. I'm with you. What followed was a journey into the heart of darkness, a battle against an ancient evil that pushed us to the brink. Through it all, Elaria and I relied on each other, our bond growing stronger with each trial. In the end, we emerged victorious, though not unscathed. The entity was vanquished, and her planet was safe. As I prepared to leave, Elaria stood with me in the meadow where we first met. Thank you, Adrian, she said, her voice heavy with emotion. You have given me hope. I smiled, my heart aching at the thought of parting. And you've shown me wonders I never imagined. I'll never forget you. As my ship ascended into the indigo sky, I looked back at the shimmering figure below. Elaria raised her hand in farewell, her form growing smaller until it disappeared into the horizon. Though my journey continued, a part of me remained on that distant world, forever tied to the alien woman who had invited me into her home and changed my life. Years passed as I resumed my explorations, but Ilaria's memory lingered. I often found myself gazing at the stars, wondering if she was watching from her crystalline observatory. The universe felt less lonely, knowing that somewhere, on a distant planet, a piece of her people's legacy endured. My discovery of Elaria and her world became a tale I shared with others, a story of loss, hope, and the unexpected connections that can change the course of a life.